Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store. Between the San Francisco 49ers, and he returns this to the 22, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
22-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Stapleton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, that could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd and short.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Mahomes firing complete, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Douglas. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Gallup, a 3-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
Douglas's pass complete.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Smith Jr.
The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 55 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Rager, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Thomas. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
To throw on 2nd down, Douglas. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Douglas got his man there, complete to Gallup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed,
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Douglas. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, and now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Derek Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
Holding, receiving team. They ain't on outside.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
22-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25-yard
line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Douglas. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 77 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Douglas. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's third down. And 5 yards to go.
Back to throw. Douglas. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Stays on his feet. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
throwing on first down. Douglas. Reception here by Ruggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And we're going to get a timeout
37 yards.
with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you.
Their line set to kick off.
All right, let's go. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Douglas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Stapleton, and he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown.
Is good.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Douglas. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Niners' 3-yard line.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the 1st down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A shotgun snap for Greer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Greer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Greer. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st and 10, Douglas. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The 49er first down.
Operating from the gun, Douglas.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Douglas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Douglas's pass. Complete.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Douglas's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Douglas. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And this is going to Lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, Douglas. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.